The dog who wanted to be a boy. Max was a big dog who had a big wish. He wanted to be part of a family. But Max lived at the dog pound. And at the pound he had a big problem. People always picked the small dogs and the medium dogs and even almost big dogs. No one wanted the biggest dog, Max. One afternoon, a cow visiting the pound stopped to look at Max. He waved his tail happily. The man pointed and laughed. "I look at that dog," he said to his wife. "He's so big, I bet he will eat us out of our house and home." They didn't adopt Max. Max was really sad. He curled into a toy ball. He tried to look as small as possible. Soon he was stripped off to sleep and dreaming of being a boy. When he woke up, he had an idea. That night, Max snuck out of the pound. He trotted across the street to get a new lab adoption center of boys. Max thought to himself, "I'm so big, I can pretend to be a boy. Then a family will adopt me." At the new lab, Max acted just like the other boys. He wore a long blue short, a t-shirt, and a baseball cap. He combed his hair, brushed his teeth, and practiced walking on two legs. When he went to class, studied in the library, and learned to play the trumpet. He tried to play tennis, but that really didn't work out. When a ball flew through the air, he chased it, just like all dogs do. He joined the class club instead. Soon he was a chess champion. That night, while the other boys slept, Max practiced speaking. Soon his words sounded like simple words such as "hello," "goodbye," "please," and "thank you." Max studied hard. The dogs across the street and played fetch and chased each other's tail. Max, on the other hand, he wrote compound sentences and calculated square roots. Max would do anything to have a family. One day, a couple named Mary and George visited. Max put on his best suit and tie. He held at his chest Ronald's tournament trophy in one hand. His report card, straight at AS, was in the other. He stuffed his trumpet under his arm. Mary and George walked directly to him. Mary and George spent the rest of the day with Max. They read him stories. They took him to eat. Later, he helped Max pack his suitcase and blocked him into the car. He was going home with Mary and George. When the car stopped at the house, Max felt his tail begin to wag. He made it stop. As I walked to the door, George looked at Mary. "There's one thing that I brought with me," George said. He pulled a yellow tennis ball out of his pocket and drew across the yard. Max couldn't help himself. Max dropped all the fours, raced across the grass, and scooped up the ball with his mouth. Max trotted back to the cupola and set the balls of George's feet. He hung his head in misery. Now they knew he was a dog. "I see what you mean," Mary said to George. He is not much a boy." "You're right," said George. "I'm glad we already have a son. What we need is a dog." Just then a door flew open and a little boy ran out. Max greeted the boy with a strawberry dog's kiss. Max and the boys spent every day together. Max, the big dog, finally had his family. Thank you and goodbye.